Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for pressing play on this video. I'm so excited you're here. I'm here with my little one. I'm going to try to get through this during nap time. I just retucked in my 2-year-old for probably the 5th time today, so hopefully she is gonna go to sleep for me, at least for a little bit anyway, right? Mom life. I want to get started by saying that I know how overwhelming postpartum can be. Like that your body's going through like a lot of physical changes, and it can be really overwhelming, like not really knowing what's normal, what's not, what to do about it, what not to do about it. There's a lot of conflicting information out there, and it's hard to know really what to do, when to do it, how much to do, how to progress, like all of those questions. I know that I was definitely in the same boat after I had my second baby, but you know that you want to get back to running, right? You know that even though you have this sense of this overwhelm and not really sure what to do about your pelvic floor, you definitely still want to get back to running, and you want to feel like yourself, and you want to get back out there and run regularly, or PR, or do a 5K, or do that half marathon. And so doing those things, getting back to running for yourself so that you can feel like yourself again, so that you can reclaim that sense of identity, right? Reclaim that sense of self outside of motherhood, even though you have kids, right? So if that is you, you're definitely in the right place. I was in that same place as you not too long ago after my second baby. He will be 5 this summer, so it's been a little while. I now have 4 babies. This is number 4 here. But I went through a lot of overwhelm with what I was feeling postpartum. I also went through a lot of embarrassment because being a PT, I had a really hard time healing myself, and I felt like I put a lot of pressure on myself that I should have all the answers. And at the time, I didn't. And I had pelvic pain, really significant pelvic pain, SPD, or symphysis pubis dysfunction, if anybody's familiar with that term. If you've had it, you're familiar with it. Can be a really painful condition, and it happened in pregnancy, and happened to persist into the postpartum period, and made it really hard for me to get back to running. I also had a 4-finger width ab separation after I had my second baby. I also had a little bit of leaking too in the kind of like the earlier postpartum phase. So if you've had any of this, or prolapse, that's another, I haven't been diagnosed with that, but that's another pelvic floor symptom. So like if you've had any of these pelvic floor things, I'm right there with you. But I want you to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I was able to finally strengthen and heal my pelvic floor, get back to running. I was able to do half marathon distance, pushing the stroller, pushing the single, and then after I had my 3rd baby, I pushed the 2 of them in the stroller for a half marathon. So we're already gearing up for half marathon number 3 with 3 kids. I'm not really sure how that's gonna look, but anyways, I digress. It took me a really, really long time to get back to running after my second baby. Like I said, embarrassingly long. It took me like over a year and a half to feel like I could run consistently, to feel like I could run and feel like myself again, and not have pain for days and days afterwards, and not feel like I was paying for it for days and days afterwards. Later, I completed a pregnancy and postpartum exercise specialist course on top of my PT training, and I was finally able to piece together all the things that I felt were missing, right? So like as a mom, as a runner, and then also as a woman having pelvic floor issues, like those 3 things together did not exist inside a program previously. So by putting together that program, I was able to heal myself and get back to doing that half marathon distance. And I used it again after I had my 3rd baby, and I used it again after I had this baby. And it only took me 3 months to get back to running consistently. 3 months compared to the year and a half that it took me before, which is a really big difference. And so I created the program based on my own experience, but I want to share it with you. I don't want other moms to have to go through what I went through. I want you to be able to strengthen your pelvic floor, heal your pelvic floor, right? Any pelvic floor issues, and get back to running like as soon as possible. Instead of like wasting time or building that frustration or becoming overwhelmed. I mean, I even got into the place where I thought, my gosh, am I ever going to be able to run again? I don't know if I'll ever be able to run again. Maybe I have to give it up. I don't want you to go there. There is hope. There is a solution. There is a way to get back to running, healing your core, healing your pelvic floor, and getting stronger so that you can run again. I want you to be able to start your journey to get back to running again so that you can show up as the best and healthiest version of yourself. Because when we feel good, when we are able to get our runs in, that helps with mental clarity, that helps with our physical fitness. We just feel better. I feel so much better when I can get my runs in. And being able to show up as the best version of yourself means that you can show up as the best version of yourself for your family, for your kids. And really, isn't that what it's all about? To be the best mom that you can be, to be the healthiest mom that you can be, so that you can run around and play with them. Yes, we want to run, but ultimately, like, we want to be the best mom that we can be for our kids, right? If you're here, I know that you're super motivated and that you want to heal and strengthen your pelvic floor so that you can get back to running without any pelvic floor issues. So all you have to do is click the button below. That will take you down to either, if you're ready, you can sign up and get started today. If you're not quite sure if this is for you, you can click the button to schedule a call with me. And what we'll do on the call is talk about where you're at, what your goals are, what things you've been facing, and whether this program is the right fit for you. I do want to make sure that every mom coming in here is going to benefit 110% from the program itself, and going to make immense improvements and be able to get back to running. So if it's not for you, I will definitely let you know that too. So all you have to do is click the button below, sign up for the program if you're ready, or schedule that call, and I can't wait to see you there.